Yeah, good morning, distinguished colleagues. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Oh, let's give about 2 minutes more to allow some of our colleagues to join us in this meeting. And it's promised to be very interesting time. I'm going to spend about 1 hour to discuss on this topic, GMO and African food system. So we'll give about 2 minutes while we welcome some other of our colleagues to join. So after that, we're going to commence the meeting. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Good morning.
Yes,
good morning, Dr. Uchechi.
Yeah, good
How are you
morning,
this
Dr.
morning?
Sam. Yeah, we're very
good
well.
morning.
Hopefully, with our teacups today.
We are much ready for that.
Yeah. Maybe we can give like 2 minutes to wait for some more to join. What do you think?
That's what we're doing. I've actually already announced that in 2 minutes time, we're going to start.
Okay.
So maybe by 3 minutes past, we will start. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Uchechi, I think we can start now.
Okay.
This is about 4 minutes past 11, and I want to keep to our time. So I want to start by welcoming us all to this second edition of ASFI Tea Time. It's going to be an interesting time where we're going to look at the concern about GMO and African food system. Of course, GMO is a trending innovation in the world, but of course, we're going to look at the connection and as far as our African food system is concerned. So on this note, I want to welcome us all to this great event, and I will call on our President, ASFI General Assembly, Dr. Eunice to please to start with an opening charge. Prof, please, over to you. Oh, hello, Prof. I think she's in a room. What happened? Okay, while we're waiting for Dr. Ochechi, please, can you just continue with the program while we're waiting for Dr. Eunice?
Yes, of course. I can start. Good morning, everybody, from wherever you're joining us from different parts of Africa. You're all welcome to the second edition of ASFI Tea Time. ASFI simply means African Science Frontiers Initiatives. I'm saying this for some persons who are not yet members. And the essence of our ASFI Tea Time is a time for us to chill out, a time for us to discuss and engage. That's because Neil Armstrong, the first man who walked the moon, he said something insightful. He said, the journey of science and research is the quest for knowledge due to curiosity. And you find that a lot of researchers, we don't have time for ourselves because of unending questions into knowing, we want to know more. And that's the reason we have to, craft this time and opportunity for every one of us to gather and chill out. From Monday till now, I'm sure you've been in your different thinking corners and lab, thinking about various stuff, what to do, groundbreaking research and all that. And then today we'll be talking about GMO and agric system. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So today we'll be talking about GMO and then balancing innovation and African food system in modern agriculture. And then we'll be hearing from every one of us. I'm sure you know what GMOs are. It's one of the hottest topics in recent times. GMO, genetically modified organisms in food systems. What are they? Genetically modified foods are foods whose genetical materials have been altered. There are various biotechnological techniques like the gene editing, the gene transfer. We know about the recombinant DNA and all that. And there have been skepticism about the benefits, and then some other persons see it as an avenue by which population is reduced. I don't know if anyone has heard of that. But as scientists, do we agree with that? Because there are some underlying benefits which we already know, like increased crop yields, pests and disease resistance, herbicide tolerance, improved nutritional value, like your golden rice. I'm sure you've heard of that. Drought and salinity tolerance, reduced food waste, lower production costs, and enhanced environmental benefits. How about that? What do you think, Dr. Sam?
Thank you, Dr. Uchechi, for this opening. Basically, I want to say that our food system as an African is a system where we have our food as our heritage, as our pride. And this is hello?
Hello,
as the
I
world
can
is,
hear you.
Good. As the world is growing, a lot of things has happened in our quest to increase our food system. That is to make the food available, to make this, the food to be still to remain quality and to also be affordable. And of course, this has necessarily need for groundbreaking researches and innovations. And that is one of the reasons why GMO has been created. And of course, this discussion this morning, we're going to look at what is actually the impact of GMO in our food system as an African, where we actually take pride with our food. And of course, you agree with me that most times our food is one of the things that give us a great wealth. Okay, what I mean by that is that with our food, with the production of our food, we create a lot of money. And of course, we want to look at what is GMO doing in this wise. So the discussion is going to be very broad, and I feel every one of us should have an idea of what he or she thinks about GMO.
It seems his network is.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think every one of us is going to be abreast with an idea of what GMO is. So, Chichi, I think we should open the discussion for everybody to speak to this discussion, and let's take a lesson from ourselves and where will the discussion continue. So I leave that to you, please.
Yes. Okay. Back to our initial discourse on GMOs. There are a lot of debates going on recently, a lot of people coming up with research-based findings about the pros and cons of GMO foods. What's our take on that as scientists? Do we really agree that GMO has come to stay? It has come to improve food sustainability? Of course, we know food sustainability is one reason. Food sustainability is one reason why the SDGs were formed for agricultural food production, for zero hunger that the world is facing recently. What's our take on that? Please kindly, you can use the reaction button to raise your hands and tell us what you think about that. Yeah. Is anybody? You can use the reaction button to raise your hands in case you have something to say about GMOs and foods. You know, recently a lot have been said. You know, GMOs have been implicated in a lot of diseases like cancer. For example, GMO has been said to be to help to reduce the use of herbicides. I know green technology is the in thing now. Green technology is the in thing now. And then GMOs are, you know, are suggested to be one of the forms of biotech practices whereby we can reduce the use of chemicals in our agricultural practices. And then we talk about glyphosates. Glyphosates are some chemical main components in some selective herbicides that we use in our farms. And we know that some of GMO, people who practice GMOs, especially in developed countries, they make use of glyphosates. And recently, it's been implicated in cancer. Although USEPA has said that glyphosates do not have the potency to cause cancer, especially when used at the appropriate dose. But then a lot of researches are being said that it's implicated in various forms of cancer, as well as liver damage, even allergies. And we have allergy experts in the house. Do we have what to say about that? Does it have environmental impacts, as they suggest? Let's come up as scientists. That's why we're here. We came here to take our tea this morning, just to share our insights. Yes, can we use the reaction button? I can take the floor.
Maybe I should also contribute by saying that the GMO, of course, has a very great benefit to our food system. But of course, I need us to understand that the use of GMO actually brings about increase in crop yields. Okay, there's also reduced cost for food or drug production. That is, when you produce food or drug with GMO components, there is tendency for you to reduce cost of production compared to when you use a conventional or traditional seed or traditional system of production. So GMO has come to do that for us. Also, it also gives us an idea that when you use GMO, the need to apply pesticide in our farms, that are doing arable crops or that are doing cropping, the use of pesticide will reduce once you use GMO organisms. Okay, and also we also note that GMO has also bring about enhanced nutrient composition on food quality. That's one of the debates about GMO. It brings about enhanced nutrient composition in food quality. And also, it helps to bring about resistance to pests and diseases. There are a lot of findings, a lot of results that we have seen that the use of the GMO seed actually brings about reduction or reduction or resistance of pests and diseases in the farm, and that brings about high or increased food security. So we can say also there's also argument that also bring about that GMO brings about benefits in the medical system. Of course, there is also argument that once you consume GMO food, there are tendencies for you to have a lot of health imbalances. So this brings about to say to us that GMO has its own advantages, it also has its own disadvantages. But before I drop my voice here, let me also mention to us that GMO has been said to bring about a very high level of allergic reactions and also increase antibiotic resistance. So this is one of the disadvantages of GMO. So colleagues, I think discussion is should be diverse. Let's have your view about your thinking about GMO. So I'll also join my colleague here to say that if you want to speak to us, please use the chat button or use the reactions buttons to show up your hands or your voices so I can hear you on this discussion. So the floor is open for us to discuss about GMO and African food system.
Yes,
okay, Babatunde is raising his hand. Yeah, Babatunde is raising up his hand. Let's give the room to Babatunde to speak. Babatunde, you can unmute yourself and speak to us. Unmute Babatunde and speak to us, please. Okay, Clara, if Babatunde is not speaking, Clara is also raising up her hand. You can unmute and speak.
Okay, good day all. My name is Clara. My name is Clara. This is actually a very interesting topic we are looking at this morning. Even though I don't know much about GMO, but from the little I've heard this morning, it has to do with genetics. And I can see that it has both advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
You say that if GMO products are used, then there's likelihood of little insecticides, being used in preservation of some foods. Like recently I learned about a family of their children as a result of consumption of bees. The woman went to market, was preserved with that. After cooking it, she dished the food to the children and then went to school. And by the end of that day, she has lost 3 children. So I think that's in that angle, GMO is actual. Bonus now lies on researchers or scientists now to know the advantageous components they will incorporate and those they will remove. The last speaker talked about allergy, being an outcome or adverse effect of it, and then antibiotic resistance. That means probably into the products or something. So I think scientists or researchers look into it to know the components that will benefit us and then to remove those that will not benefit us. I think that's the line I'm thinking this morning. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you, Clara.
Yes.
Thank you, Clara.
Yeah.
Maybe we should allow Nabisa to speak also. I can see Nabisa's hands up. So Clara, please drop your hands while Nabisa speak. And Nabisa, you can unmute and speak to us.
Good morning, members. Thank you for this good topics. Very good. It has come at the appropriate time when in Africa we are being challenged by the food crisis, with the hunger, with many people in different countries suffering from malnutrition, obesity. All right. So there was, I happened to read a report from World Bank, and it indicated that in sub-Saharan Africa, there is an increase in malnutrition among the young generation. And also there is an increase in obesity among the adult population. So it's made me to raise a question as to whether this may be attributed to the increase in the use of GMO foods. What could be the relationship? Because we can see, like here in my country, there is high use of those improved or hybrid crops, and then the challenge for food crisis is still persistent. So when I looked at this topic, I looked at it on 3 angles. One is sustainability. How are we going to sustain the food chain, the food production on the continent? Because I see here the farmers in our area, every time they want to plant, they have to buy seeds. Every season they have to buy seeds. And once those seeds have matured or they have harvested, they cannot be reused for growing in the next season. You get it? Yeah. So next season they have to still to buy. So I found that really the farmers are more challenged because you have to be with the capital, with the incomes, with the cash to buy the seeds every season. And at times some farmers fail even to plant because they lack the income, given the high levels of poverty when you look at Africa. Yet previously, when we were depending on those traditional crops, people would harvest, then use those very seeds in the next season to plant and then harvest. And though the yields were not all that high, but the system was sustainable. People would be getting the food at the time. Then members talked about the health, the issue of health. Actually, we request scientists to help us to come up with the researched best evidence on the effect of those GMOs on human life, because so many things have been said. Others are saying it's help, but no conclusive results have been shared.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jessica.
All right.
Thank you. Can we just look at this very short video that it can prompt us to think deeply about what we think the pros and cons of GMO are on the agricultural food systems, especially in Africa. Why is it that people have failed to accept biotechnology has brought to us? A lot of people are poor, a lot of people are dying of hunger, and yet we don't seem to embrace what biotechnology has brought. Are there more to it as researchers? Let's look at what we have in this video.
That's okay. The video is not coming up, or what happened?
Nothing is playing.
Yeah.
Okay, please, can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen, but the video is not coming up.
Okay, it's not coming up. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry about that. How about now? Okay, let me. Can you see it now?
We are only seeing your
No.
folder.
Oh, sorry, please. How about now?
Okay, yeah, it's coming up now. It's coming up now. Good. So give it.
Okay, sorry, please.
Can you give it volume?
Yes, can you see it now?
Yes. But it's not audible.
Okay. Is it better now?
We cannot hear the audio. The audio is not out.
Okay, can you share for your own and
Yeah, I cannot because I'm actually using my phone to do some. I thought
I don't know how to increase the more than this is the highest from here. Can somebody help me?
I think we can see, but the voice, there is no voice coming out.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
did
you.
you get the video?
We saw the video, but it wasn't audible. We couldn't hear anything. We were only.
Okay. Okay, maybe we can continue discussing. I'll try to share with somebody else. Sorry, please. Sorry for that. Yeah. Please go ahead, Prof. Emma.
Probably
Okay.
you can share the video and emails when people they can download it and listen to it. I think that would be better.
Okay, that's noted. We'll do that as a feedback. Professor Iba, you can speak, please.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing this discussion. I think this the expression is true about Africans as beliefs towards genetically modified organisms, food, or anything related to genetic modifications is very difficult to be accepted by Africans, and there's some belief that genetically modified organisms are harmful or contain something that can introduce with mental health or even physical health. So to work on this area, you need to make some awareness and changes in beliefs. Recently, some GMOs introduced to introduce food to people who have certain allergies, like lactose intolerance and some allergic reactions. And this was very successful, but just within the high-income communities and also within the very educated people, but not for the public or lower income areas. So this area needs further research and needs awareness and needs discussions with all the scientific community and the general population. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Emma. Jessica, you want to say something? Jessica, unmute and speak to us, please.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to comment on the GMO from the economic perspective, where you're looking at the costs to the farmers of these GMOs and then the benefits, which has been expressed basically in terms of higher yields. First of all, they take a short time to grow. Yeah, like now when you look at chicken, it can take like 3 months as compared to our local traditional chicken, which can take like 2 years. So if our focus is on the benefits, yeah, then the GMO would be the most suitable alternative. That is, if you want to minimize the cost. However, on the other side, you find that the costs in the short run also tend to be high, relating to high use of pesticides, yeah, because always farmers are dependent within the supply chain. So that makes the sustainability in the long run complicated, especially when you are focusing on Africa, who are challenged with high level of poverty. So the costs are high in the short run. So the GMO will be managed by those wealthy farmers, wealthy individuals who can benefit out of it. But the poor farmers, who form the largest percentage of the farmers from the African context, then you are likely to miss out. So that was my analysis from the economics perspective. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jessica. That was a very good one. Thank you for your inputs. But recently a lot of skepticism. Could it be as a result of people perceiving it as not being natural? You know, in Africa, we have a lot of people who play the gods, as it were. I don't know.
Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, thanks, Jessica.
Am I audible enough? Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, Dr. Itechi, go on, please.
Okay. I was asking a question when I heard Dr. Sam's voice. I was asking the house because I can see Dr. Nwokoro here, and I believe there are a lot of people who are experts or who must have read a lot about GMOs. Recently, I attended a conference. ICOP 2024 at Abuja, organized by the National Agency for Biotech on Research and Development. You know, recently, on the 2nd of this month, the first set of telomeres were harvested. I know the telomeres, the GMO maize that was agreed to be commercialized in Nigeria. I know when that was announced, we started hearing a lot of people, you know, a lot of scientists and experts like us here. Everybody had a lot to say about the telomeres. So my question is, could it be because, for example, in Nigeria, we play the God, like we are very godly here, very religious people. Could it be because biotechnology is perceived as not being natural? Could that be the reason why it has not been accepted? Or could it be because of truly the impacts on our health and then on our environment? We've heard of the BT corn also, the BT corn from Bacillus thuringiensis and what it's set to achieve, it has an insecticidal effect. So it's perceived that when this gene is added to the corn, it makes the use of pesticides limited. But then people tend not to accept the BT corn, the golden rice, the teller maize. What is it all about? I want us to lend our voice while we wait. I don't know if Dr. Adibola can share that video once again. Can we, while we wait? I can see Professor Bright here. Professor Bright is an expert in allergy. I don't know if he can speak. Yes. Otherwise, while we wait for the video, can we share? Yes. Can you share now?
Is it playing? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
The audio is not coming out.
Oh,
Hello, am I audible?
You need to change the audio settings in the Zoom so that it will capture the video.
The video is up, but it's not audible.
can you hear now?
No. Okay. We will share the video in our platforms, and as much as everyone that is in our platform, you can actually enjoy the content of the video. But summarily, the video is just speaking to us about the need of jettisoning GMO. That is what the video is communicating critically. Okay, the video is just speaking to us on how we should hold on to our own food system by doing research to see on how we can multiply our feed stocks, our seed stocks, such that we can have something that can provide quality and affordable food for us all year round as farmers in that context. Okay.
Wow. Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. It seems the network is really not friendly this morning.
You can share the video to the WhatsApp platform so people can.
African farmers have been breeding healthy food crops naturally for countless
It's coming up.
generations. GMO plants are genetically engineered in ways that cannot occur naturally. Their genetic makeup is altered in laboratories. GMOs in Africa have been an expensive and disastrous failure. In South Africa, 90% of maize, the staple food, is genetically engineered. Despite promises that GMOs will feed Africa's growing population, after 20 years of GM maize consumption, 46% of South African households are still hungry. Despite the promises of increased incomes to small-scale farmers, GM cotton was abandoned in Burkina Faso after markets rejected the low-quality GM cotton fiber. Up to 2 million farmers lost their livelihoods and were left poorer, more vulnerable, and disempowered. But the failure to make good the promises has not reduced the pressure to take corporate control of African seed markets. Crops targeted for genetic modification include maize, cowpeas, bananas, cotton, soya, potato, and cassava. Once genetically modified, the seed companies secure the intellectual property rights to sell the new varieties. Independent scientists are raising evidence-based concerns about human health impacts of GMOs. From weakened immune systems to liver damage and cancers, GMOs mean higher costs of production, loss of seed diversity, and serious health risks. GMOs bring food safety risks, less choice, and less nutritional value. GMOs destroy biodiversity, damage soils, and weaken resilience to climate change. Africa needs a total ban on the introduction of new biotechnologies until their safety can be assured and effective regulations are put in place. Agroecology is the future of African farming. It's diverse, like nature. It's productive, increasing yields of healthy food crops. It's resilient to climate change and puts carbon back in the ground. It's efficient, less inputs, less waste. Say no to their failed solutions. It's time to shake off the neo-colonial influence and build a healthy, resilient, and sustainable food system for Africa.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Ajibola. Can I be heard?
Yeah.
Yes, please, what's our take on this video? Yeah, we need more contributions from all of us. Are we sure we are here? Where are the African? I want to hear your voices. The GMO foods are about us, so we shouldn't be mute about what's happening. What's our take? It doesn't matter your background. You can just share with us what you feel about that. Because from interviews I recently had with people, I just found out that a lot of people don't even know what GMOs are and what it's all about. For example, when I went to the conference I told you about, when I got there, I saw them sharing GMO foods. But then it was not written on the food that it was GMO. They were just the normal food we normally consume at home. It's just that it was tagged GMO. But the moment people learned that it was GMO foods, there was this fear. In fact, I had a friend who came back the next day saying that she took ill as a result, you know, and that's a lot of fear. So what do you think about that? Dr. Nwokoro is in the house. We recently wrote a review, although still in manuscripts. I should hear your voice, Dr. Nwokoro.
Yes.
Dr. Ajibola, I should hear your voice.
Okay, Uche, thank you very much. And then I appreciate other organizers of this program and our able leader, Prof. Bright. I think I'm speaking at the right moment, using the video we just listened to as a background. So the video said it all. So what is the aim of the GMO products and seeds, genetically modified? So the problem with Africa is that anything new, people tend to jump at anything that is new without asking questions. What is the aim? Why should the program become popular and then be pursued with so much intensity? Is it to solve our problems, our food safety problems, or to create more crisis? The video said everything. So well, we've been involved in some review work that's still ongoing that we're going to round up recently. So we have to be very careful. Anything that touches the gene of an organism with the present generation of organisms. We have about hybrid products. We know about the Mendelian theorem. You use a good quality product or organism like fruit or vegetable or animal to cross-fertilize with another one of low quality. That is hybridization. We know that in biology.
Yeah.
But GMO extracts and tampers with the genetic material of the organism and now use biotechnology to produce products that are injurious to human beings. The adverse effects are so numerous. And then economically, it's aimed at depriving the people. The seeds that come from these, the seeds that you plant.
Hello.
Okay,
Hello?
yeah, hello. Yeah, yes,
Can you still hear me?
yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I'm back. So I was just, can you hear me? Am I communicating?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, speak on. And quickly wrap up. Quickly wrap up. Dr. Collins. Quickly wrap up.
Hello, hello?
Yes, you are audible, loud and clear. Keep speaking.
Okay, all right. So the major problem is that the seeds that arise from biotechnology
are not reproducible. Let me complete it for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Okoro. Thank you for that.
Products, which we can plant them so they cannot produce another seed. So we have to go to marketers. So the farmer will now be deprived of their own seeds, natural seeds, organic seeds. So of course, these seeds will have brands. They have patency.
Dr. Nwokoro, I think you need to submit.
More quality than the other. Okay, yeah. So in a conclusion, we have to reject the GMO product in all its entirety, and then
thank you.
And look at measures that can produce and improve food production in Africa. We must not accept everything in total from the outside world. The continent of Africa is rich.
Thank you, Dr. Nwokoro.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So Dr. Nwokoro is saying that he's refusing my initial. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, I said Dr. Nwokoro is refuting my earlier question where I asked if it's about our being religious that we've not embraced the GMO foods. From Dr. Nwokoro's point of view, he's saying that more research needs to be done. We don't need to embrace all that the developed country have brought to us, knowing that Africa has a very rich soil. And so we're able to meet up with the food demands, I guess. Dr. Nwokoro, am I speaking your voice? Yes. Yes, you can just unmute and say a yes or no, because I just tried to.
Yes, you can. More than enough resources to carry out our own independent research on how to improve.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Right, yes. Do we have any other addition to this? Or are there ethical concerns? You know, are there ethical concerns? Are people supposed to know what they are eating? Or do you just go to the market and buy beans because it is beans? or should it be properly labeled so that people will know when they're buying GMO foods? You know, the problem of
exactly. Can I come in again, just briefly?
Okay, yes.
Yeah. That should be. There's a lot of ethical issues. My take is that if these products must be in our market, they should be labeled, and then the local farmers must not do away with their local and organic and natural seeds. The natural seeds must be preserved, jealously preserved. So it should be labeled, and those who want to eat GMO products should go ahead and eat it.
Thank you, Doctor.
Any attempt to collect and destroy our local seeds must be resisted. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Supported.
Thank you, Doctor. Yes, Dr. Chichi, let me quickly raise this point out. As we are wrapping up on our this morning, yes, one of taking it as a take home from this meeting is that our scientists multiply our own call to those of us that are in the field of genetics and breeding. So please come out now and see how we can use our knowledge, how we can use our skill to see to the development and multiplication of seed that we can continue to use, crop seed, animal seed that we can continue to use to increase our food system. I must conclude by saying that GMO was best because there's a concern from the Western world that food should be multiplied such that the population that is growing can meet up with the need and the numbers of food that's available. And I think that's one of the reasons why GMO was created. So in that context, and because we have land, we have natural resources that can supply our food increase in Africa, we need to do more in our research. We need to do more in our science orientation to produce quality food. So on this note, I will indulge every one of us to open up our camera. We are going to wrap up our meeting in short while. Before we call on give us his own side of closing discussion, I think we should start. We should have our picture, our traditional, our trademark picture for this event. So everybody should open our camera, and of course, let's raise up our tea and our cups, our teacups, our coffee cup, our teacup, our coffee cup, so I can take a picture at this point. Professor
I'm in transit, so my cup is not with me.
Okay. You can get a bottle of water. If you have a bottle of water from transit, you have a bottle of water or a packet of water with you or a cup of water with you. Let's just do that to have a time to relax ourselves. And Professor Emma, please help us handle the picture from the side there. Professor Emma, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Samuel. Please open your camera if you are ready to be in this picture. Cheese.
Cheese.
Tea time.
Tea time. Tea time.
Cheese. Yeah, good. Bottle time, water time. That's lovely.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes, can I add my voice?
Go ahead.
Dr. Sam.
Thank
you.
Go
ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to appreciate everyone who has come for the second edition of the ASFI Tea Time today. I really appreciate your presence, making our event a very successful one. But before we draw the curtain for today, while inviting our assistant director for ASFI, I just want to share with us on a take-home base that I, for a person, think that a pragmatic approach should be leveraged in the pursuit of GMO foods in Africa. That's because if every stakeholder in agriculture is brought together and we make a decision concerning the GMO, it will help reduce the debates and then the perception of people about GMO? Somebody may ask me, to the layman, what do I mean? For example, if we want to plant beauty corn, for example, in a place, and we decide to call the farmers, call policymakers, call the chief in a community, call the researchers around, industrial representatives, as well as the consumers, call them like for a town hall meeting, and we tell them what is about to be done, the essence of doing it. It will enhance transparency. And at the end of the day, when the product is out, everybody, it will be cheering for all of us. But because researchers are still doing research in silos, everybody coming up with their different perception, different papers here and there, nobody knows what to believe. That's my take for today. Thank you very much once again, while we invite Professor Emma Sob to take the lead. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Jishi. Thank you, Samuel, for organizing the second edition of ASFI Tea Time. As you know, the ASFI Tea Time is a new activity for the African Science Frontiers initiatives organized by the leadership team, and it is a kind of social and scientific engagement. Just what I want to say is that anything new, like genetically modified organisms, that is not very new, but it is not well known by the community. Discussion between the scientific and policymakers and the community is very important to improve the scientific and the economic growing of the countries, especially, as you know, Africa have great challenges in the food system. So discussion should be brought out and improvement in the policies regarding applications and also advancement and increasing awareness. Thank you again for this fruitful discussion. I just want to announce some of our events that is coming rapidly. Do you see my screen?
Coming up.
We have the ASFI Science Seminar Series. It's coming this month on 7th October. As you know, last time we have postponing one of our our speakers about date seed, and it is time to introduce this fruitful topic again. It will be on 5 GMT. And the registration link here, and I shared it in the chat box. Please come on and join us for this discussion. The second event this month also, Dr. Nawaru Research Tips and Tricks, occurring on 25th October. It is Friday from 1 to 2. It is only 1 hour, PM GMT. Registration is not required for this event. We will just click the link and join the meeting. This time is about networking. Networking is very important for the scientific and research community, and there are some tips and tricks on how to improve your networking skills. It is some sort of communication and collaboration, so please come and join us. The last event I want to announce is the second annual virtual conference and bootcamp. It is a multidisciplinary conference. I know that maybe some of you attended last year's conference, and we are working together. It is organized by ASFI members and introduced for ASFI members. It is even for collaboration, communication, and introducing some of the innovation projects and innovation activities in African environment, and also it is a fruitful environment for communication and working together. We have keynote speeches, we have panel discussion, and we have bootcamp workshops and project and competitions. And the winner will have prizes from ASFI, and we have oral and booster presentations. We have group project. We have My Career, My Story, which will introduce some of eminent African researchers, and they will describe how their journey would be within the African environment, either within Africa or outside Africa. And we voices from Sudan. We have ASFI Women Program and many more. We have several prizes. We have prizes for the best manuscript published in ASFI, and we have prizes for the project. We have prizes for oral and booster presentation. So please don't miss this event. Join us. It will be on 26th to 28th November, and registration link is here. Please help us share the links to your colleagues and friends and all who are interested in improving research in Africa. Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. With this, we can draw our curtain for today. Thank you once again. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.